Welcome back. I'm playing Darfall, which will be a new game that we'll do on our series. There's really not a introduction here. It just kind of jumps right into it. I think what I'll do is I'll start off with the campaign here. I'm going to play on the hardest difficulty, which I think is called Chaosborn. I did do this first mission before, and I was leveling up my character, and then I realized there was level caps and things, so I'm just going to redo it. And we'll start it off here. You have to play as a mage here. You get energy overflow. So pretty much if you find these energy fountains on the map, it'll give you some bonuses. You get an attack ability. You have a freeze ability, a fireball. Looks like a buff to your units, a healer, and then an AoE attack. So all different setups here. So Eldrin, the soldier, is tasked with protecting an Elenthal mage expedition to the deep ruins within Darfall Waste. The mage perished and overwhelmed by the monstrous horrors concerned. He will be discovered in the hidden chamber where a shard fused with him, granting forbidden power. He escaped, but bore the weight of the failure. Under Elenthal guidance, he mastered the shard's magic, aiding in the construction of Greymire, a stronghold near the Deadlands. So they kind of go over that on the intro here. Now, as you level up here, you'll get more health, I think energy, and just your overall stats, and then you can decide how you want to level them up. You'll get both ability and perk points, so you kind of build them out however you want them to be. Now, if you play on the Chaosborn, it increases the damage by 180% in their HP.
Stretching endlessly into the darkness, has threatened human lands for generations. As a soldier, my job couldn't have been more dangerous. Protect an expedition of mages traveling to the library ruins deep within the wastes. Once within the ruins, twisted monstrosities overwhelmed us. We couldn't save a single mage. Out of desperation, I fled to a chamber, cornered and alone. It was there that a shard, mysterious and long hidden, merged with me as I approached its glow. This new power allowed me to escape the wastes, but deepened the guilt I felt for failing the people I swore to protect. With the arcane guidance of the Darfall Order, I learned to control the shard within me, aiding in construction of Greymire, a bordering city to Deadlands and many orc clans, a testament to human dominance. Yet through its creation, the shard's power awakened something, a rising magic, disrupting the land with its darkness. As an archmage of Darfall, it is my duty to investigate and safeguard the realms of humans.
So this game was recommended to me by some of my friends. They said it's kind of like Warcraft 3 and They Are Billions kind of combined into one, and that sounded like a pretty good combo to me, so we'll see how it goes.
At last, Iron Peak Mountains. The air trembles with restless magic. My protection detail should be nearby, but first I must locate their camp.
So it's kind of your basic startup here, so ASWD. And then rotating the camera, you can scroll in and out. Left click allows you to select whatever unit, and then right click helps you move around the map.
Your order?
Now, one thing that's really difficult here is there's like little tokens on the map for things that you can destroy.
Yes.
So Clan Kalmar banner, so far behind the borders, what drove them here.
Perfect.
So if you attack these things, sometimes they leave behind resources. You burn our banner, then I burn you. So some of it's voice, some of it's not. As you can see, this is supposed to be just a real easy mission. More words than brains for these fang heads. And so you get equipment, as you can see in that lower right hand corner. So I just equipped the jewelry. Now I'm never sure which one of these structures here, when you kill them, gives you resources. I don't know if it's random or it's always going to be the same. So I'll just tend to destroy them. Now you can use the walls as your own defensive structures here, and then in this game there's like little secret bonus challenges and objectives, so I'm going to try to complete all those too, because then you'll get the best equipment doing it that way. I don't know if anybody else has really found all of them, but I'll get the ones that I can try to find. I'm just going to go around the whole map and try to find whatever I can and fight the optional bosses. If there's anything I miss on the playthrough, comment below. So Throneveld's banners, I'd recognize them anywhere. Hopefully that won't go off when I run over it, and it does not. Find Captain Thorn.
Archmage Eldrin, Captain Thorn at your service.
The aid of Throneveld is most welcome on this mission, Captain. What's our situation?
Orc banners everywhere. Kragmar shamans were seen near an ancient tomb not far off.
Kragmar desecrating a tomb near our lands. They must be drawn by awakened magic.
Then let's find these beasts together and put them to the sword.
First, we must investigate and learn their intent.
Understood. We've brought supplies. Take what you need. We're ready to march on your command, Archmage.
So as you can see, there's the Stay Vigilant Captain. Craig Meyer's trails are always lined with, I missed the last part there, but you just need to always scroll over these things because sometimes you'll find them. Archmage Eldrin, the supplies are in the chest here, but as you destroy them, then you'll get resources and items. We're under your command. And so this is a book that allows you to get additional ability points here. Now, unfortunately, I'm not able to use them. Orc banners nearby. And then you can quick save in this game with F5, so that's nice. So we'll do that real quick. And so this game really rewards you by exploring, because I actually missed some of these little caves on my first playthrough. I sense evil in this cave. Slime, creatures of decay, born of magic that seeps from deep below. Because as you move around, you'll kill these guys and they'll give you better equipment. So this one's larger than the rest, is something lodged in its body. And so really the game is trying to reward you by giving you not only experience, but also giving you equipment here. Oh, these guys actually turned into something else. So you use your spell books. As you can see there, I've got one of our spell points and then 2 perk points now. And then we'll put on this hood. And so originally what I did is I focused on the experience here, but I didn't realize that the level, like you get experience caps per level. So there's no reason for you to really put points into that. So I think what makes more sense is to get the mana. And the reason for that being is once we start to do city building, and I'm definitely going to want to do a healing ability, because you don't have like auto heals here, but it's super easy to miss these little packages here on the map. I think that's all of them. But so you got to really pay a lot of attention to the map to find these little hidden areas. It's because you'll get equipment and other sort of perks, you know, perk books as you saw. So spider infested for it. Let's cut through these monsters. Oh, I thought it was telling me to take a different path. Alright, so let's fight through here. Now, they don't really auto-heal unless you're under your stronghold, so that's why I wanted to go with a healing aura for our mage, so we can just keep fighting. As you can see, we're taking some damage, and our mage is actually a pretty good healer. But I don't think I explained. So the mana, it's not going to help us at all on this first mission, because we're not really building anything, we're just learning the basic mechanics. But once we start getting into the story missions that have more base building, you use mana to create additional troops.
Let me charge first. My armor can withstand their attacks.
And that's definitely true. Like, the knight's armor can take way more hits than these spearmen can. And you definitely need to take advantage of that situation with the harder difficulty here.
Where wisdom leads, I follow.
So we'll just keep leveling them up here. I'm still not sure what the best way to do this is. Do you make a quick work of them? Is it to focus down the weaker ones that have less health so they do less damage, or to instead take out the one that has the most damage and HP and then kill the weaker ones first? As they all have fairly similar attack animations, I think it probably makes sense to attack the weaker ones, but I don't know what's actually smarter. And then we're going to have to run this guy away. Now, you can kind of do some micro in this game, as you saw, because once they move out of a zone of control, then the AI will start automatically targeting somebody else, so that allows you to kind of feed guys around here. Now, unfortunately, it takes multiple points, so we can't put anything into our spell there.
Your order?
But again, we'll kind of destroy all these things here trying to find items. You don't get any experience for it, but it will allow you to potentially find items here. So dead soldiers, captain, one of yours. Our missing scout, these beasts will pay.
Over here! Help! Break this cage!
So there you go. See, we found a perk book down here, so that's good. So we want to get as many of those as we can. And we're finding all sorts of potions.
Done. Magic strike.
Thank you, I thought it was done for. Yeah, see, here's another piece of equipment here. My sweet Laura and the others, they're still out there. I was next for their rituals. These orcs are more desperate than I expected. Let's help this poor miner, Brahm. Take this armor from our fallen. Oh, he's going to turn into a spearman. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Fine.
And then he opens up the pathway here. I'm ready. We got a new unit.
Arcane wings guide me.
And still don't have enough points, unfortunately, to get the next learning ability. But we'll save up to get the mana. Because that's really the only way you can create new units is once you get mana. So it's kind of an interesting mechanic, and you get mana by fighting and killing your enemy.
On the move.
So it encourages you to have to balance aggressive play with not just sitting and focusing purely on an economy. So that's a very interesting mechanic that they're focusing on here. And I kind of like that, but we want to be able to get an economy going as fast as possible.
Up ahead. We must take the path east. It leads to our caravan.
And so by getting additional mana with our kills, that'll help us push through and get a stronger economy going faster. So our healing fountain, let's heal here and regain our strength. Then we can head east where we can save Laura and the others. I'm just making sure we didn't miss anything here. Looks like we pretty much got everything. Now, as you're sitting here chopping, you'll see you get this little bar above his head. That gives you resources, so you can just see I got 10 wood. Now, it does take energy to do that, so that might have been a bad mistake, but the thing that's kind of interesting with this is you actually get experience by using your hero to gather resources.
Yes.
Krugar, what is this human doing? More thrall, so it's just a bunch of nonsense words, I guess. Alright, let's go here. They're coming after poor Brahm, unfortunately. Let's move him around. Fortunately, these two guys are nearly dead. I'm trying to run them around. Oh my god, get out of there! Yeah, sometimes the pathfinding is really bad in this game. We're gonna have to just run them back to the healing fountain.
With wisdom, I move.
Alright, good. You guys stay there. You come up here. Now the big thing is when you're kiting guys around, you want to make sure that you don't let them run back to where they were, or they'll do this massive heal.
Perfect.
And that can really mess you up as you're trying to kill things. So as you can see here, now we'll get an additional 20%. And then I think what I'll do is I'll work on Fortune Finder, because that'll get us a different additional resources. Yeah, now we can get the better healing too. The additional mana resources, then the other one will give us better loot when we're killing guys, the potential to gather double loot. And what you'll find is a lot of the time when you're gaining loot with kills, it's actually quite good. It can be a lot of food, it can be stone, all sorts of different things. So if we can potentially double that, again, that should really help us throughout this campaign to become a lot stronger. I really thought I just wanted to focus on leveling, but again, each level has a cap to how many levels you can gain per level. So it doesn't really make sense for you to waste so much of your experience to level up quicker into the mission when you have then the whole rest of the mission where you're not getting any bonuses, whereas with these kills with the mana, anytime you fight you'll be getting a bonus from that.
On the move. Attacking.
Yeah, see here's some healing potions and stuff in here too.
Ready, sir.
But yeah, not all of them always have those little sparkle banners on there, so it's not always clear which ones are which.
Your order?
We're nearing the ambush site.
Perfect.
Are the orcs still here? Laura, I'm coming.
Arcane wings guide me.
Execute the prisoners.
On the move.
Yeah, the writing is nothing particularly impressive here. I don't know if I can use these guys to kind of set a choke point. Doesn't look like it. And now, obviously, not only does your hero gain levels, but your soldiers do too. So you can see that little star above his head there. You get both silver and gold stars, and they get better the more experience they get. Damn, they are really aggroing on him. This is very unusual behavior, because usually they have like a set zone of restriction here. So I guess we're going to have to like just run around in circles here while you're healing and allowing these guys to attack them. And now we can fight back regularly. And then as you saw, when you level up, you automatically gain back all of your mana. So that can be very helpful to help you push further.
No! My sweet Laura! I am too late. Those monsters will pay. My grandfather's sword and armor. Maybe the orcs didn't loot them yet.
Yeah, this is a pretty big buff to our power.
Archmage, let me fight. I will have my revenge.
So now we definitely have a much more powerful knight here. So that'll help us since you're seeing how more durable they are compared to our little spearmen.
Perfect.
Let's take a look over here. You can see another one's kind of hidden behind that cart here. So that gives us another perk book, a rock side. That's how the orcs got trapped in the cavern. Or trapped the caravan. Oh my gosh, can't talk.
Wisdom, I move.
Can't read.
Your order?
Because we want to get some... Oops, see, I missed one right there. It's just so easy on these maps to miss these. See, and I missed those too. I don't know if they'll give us anything, but we'll check.
On the move.
Alright, let's run down here. Because I do want to try to stock up on as many potions as we can get. And let's come over here. Thank you for letting me join you. I have nobody else waiting for me at home.
Perfect.
Yeah, it looks like this is a little side path here. Yeah, let's keep... Yeah, I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go, so let's keep pushing here. Got another perk point.
Attacking.
Alright. I think I actually missed this one on my first playthrough. Because I don't remember there being 2 armors you get to choose from. I was scouting these parts when a band of orcs suddenly appeared. I swiftly hid in here, but I wasn't the only one with that idea.
With wisdom, I move.
Let me join you, Captain. Glad to have you back in one piece, soldier. Yeah, I actually missed that one. So again, it's just really important to always go around on your maps here to try to explore as much as possible. Yeah, see, I would have lost a mana potion there.
On the move.
Because if we're going to be playing on Chaosborn, we're probably going to need to be spamming our abilities. As the enemies are doing, and actually that's even better than the one I have here.
Yes.
Alright, we'll heal up.
On the move.
Now the other thing is you actually carry your inventory between missions. And what I'll say is on this area here, later in the map, these footprints looks like the same as before our ambush. So if you save a wolf later on, everybody get ready, the wolf will come back to this area, and then you'll see like some little wolf pups. So it's like a little side content if you save it. So, and now here's the orc ambush. So we'll throw down some heals. You're gonna have to run away. And because this is a regular enemy, they'll not run me down like they were before. And what's also kind of interesting on this game is they actually will penalize you for unit losses. At the end, you'll get a score with how well you do. There was no... this was no coincidence.
Perfect.
So you really don't want to be losing units unnecessarily if you're trying to min-max your scores here. I don't think the scores actually do anything, but if that's something that's important to you, you don't want to be losing units unnecessarily. Plus, then you can, the longer you keep them alive, the more experience they get, and the better they are, right? So there's multiple reasons.
On the move.
Adventurers, I require your assistance. Have you ever seen giant rats? Pesky animals. I am a hunter myself, but the orcs are everywhere. Exterminate, I mean, bring me 3 pieces of their skin. They have a nest to the west of here. Ah, the smell of the nest must be ahead. Ah, the smell, the nest must be ahead is how that's supposed to go. Alright, so there's one of the... Alright, 2 of the skins. And what's also real nice about this game is any item that's the same kind will stack, so it'll save you inventory space. Because that's very helpful, especially when you're finding resources, because you can find tons of resources. Alright, giant rat. Fight him off. I was kind of expecting an item there. Well, we did get the perk book, so I guess that makes it worth it.
Yes.
Healing potion.
Fine.
don't see anything else to be destroyed in here, so we'll run over to our guy and complete our objective. And it looks like we need 4 for our not our inventory, our items. If you want to use your hero, I guess, to focus on resources, you can use these things in the upper right, upper left corner, and then if you can use them as a buffer, you get the stuff on the bottom. And then on the right side here, the bottom one's damage, and then the other ones are health, attack speed, and damage. So it's all about what kind of build you're doing. I think for our guy, we're going to do a support build. So gather as much resources as possible, and then focus on healing and buffing. So I don't think we're going to make a lot of sense for us to put resources into our magic damage if we're not going to be using a lot of damage spells.
Arcane winds guide me.
But who knows, maybe that'll change as the campaign goes on, because I'm not sure how long it is and how many levels we'll get. Such quality, I hope those vermin suffered proper deaths. Here, let me whip something up for you. Now we got some shoes.
Done.
And so now we just have to find a weapon, so you can kind of get an understanding that Archmage, the banners are now in ashes. We also found this might prove useful. Alright, and so you can find different backpacks here, which will increase your inventory slots. So you can see we just did that. But as you can see, the game is kind of insinuating like, hey, you should find a piece of equipment for every spot in your inventory here. So now you should be encouraged to be like, hey, I should be really exploring and trying to find a weapon here. Because clearly that's what they're trying to teach us here. So you don't want to always go right to where your objective is, and so you're going to find a wolf that's up here in the upper right-hand corner, and then if you save him, he'll give you your weapon, and then you should be good. So, and like I said, this is the wolf up here that if you save, which I don't think you have an option to kill it, you'll find it with its pups down below. A trapped dire wolf, we could help it, but who knows if it'll turn on us. Let's be cautious, these are fierce creatures. Whimper, click, runs off. Good, it's running off. No, it's changing its mind. It's charging at us. What's in its mouth? A wooden stick. Must be its favorite toy. And it's actually a battle staff, so now we have full equipment here.
Yes.
So now with that, we should pretty much be ready to bring this first mission to a close. And overall, it did a pretty effective job about teaching us the mechanics of battle. But now we're going to have to start learning about base building and other things in the future. Archmage, the tomb's ahead. I already feel the tainted magic. I can already feel the tainted magic. So what you'll do is you'll find these little spots here, and that'll transport you to the final boss here.
Your silence tests my patient spirit. Reveal the location of the relic buried in these forsaken lands.
You cannot fathom the power you seek, Orc. The relic will be your doom.
When Ragnarok wields it, none shall ever subdue our clan again. These totems drain your essence. Speak now!
The artifact lies within a ruin, hidden deep in the Deadlands. The only place unconsumed by fire.
Ragnarok, your desecration ends here.
Ah, the mage arrives at last. The spirit has served its purpose. The knowledge is mine. Kragma, rally forth! Show them the true meaning of fury!
Fine.
Alright, and so each one of these bosses has like a little
Free me,
gimmick
Orcs.
here.
Destroy the totals, and I shall aid you.
And so for us, we just have to kill these guys, and then there's some shaman, you'll kill them. And then you can destroy the totems, and then reinforcements come in. So once we complete this mission, I've obviously done this first mission, and then about 30 minutes on the second mission, and then I don't know anything about the game past that time. But what I ended up wanting to do was restart the second mission, but then I found out once you restart the mission that you'll keep all the equipment whether you're successful or not, and I didn't want to start a mission with equipment that you guys didn't see me acquire, because I thought that was a little bit unfair. So I just want to go in and do this blind, so we'll do that. Now we'll start it. I don't know why that's not taking damage. Maybe we gotta kill these guys first. I don't remember those being invulnerable. Alright, let's try this again. It says it's taking damage. Okay, here we go. I don't know why that wasn't working. But once we drop one, we can move over to the Ancient Spirit and heal us with a more powerful healing ability. So we'll just stay over here. And now we can fight these guys off, the reinforcements, under the better healing aura.
I feel the burden lifting. One totem remains.
Now we'll take out the other totem. Alright, we'll fight a little bit more here. Alright, so let's fight here.
Free at last! Feel the light of Solara!
And now
Inside the light, or we all perish.
we've got to fight off these guys here. So we're going to try to do double healing and then moving everybody around, trying to keep guys alive. And we'll just try to whittle them down. As long as they spread their attacks amongst multiple guys, we should be able to out-heal them with our double healing circles. And so that seems to be working pretty well for us. Unless we run out of mana, of course. But as we're progressing, we're taking out additional units, so that should be fine. Yeah, see, they're all dying now, so we got this in the bag.
Come, speak to me, mortals. I cannot hold this form much longer.
Alright, and so with that, we have completed the first mission on the Chaosborn, which will give us that 1.8 difficulty modifier for the 180% damage increases that the units are doing and their increased
The ancient
health.
warrior's spirit, his voice fading, reveals a hidden power deep within the Deadlands. A relic of demonic origins, sealed long ago by an alliance of mortals. This dark power awakens once more, a power that could bring about the doom of humanity. Ragnarok, armed with his cursed knowledge, flees toward forces beyond his grasp. The spirit's final words become faint echoes as his form fades into nothingness. I lead my forces onward, determined to prevent Ragnarok from seizing the relic and unleashing ruin upon our lands.
Alright, and with that, we have now completed the first mission here, so I will complete this on the Chaosborn difficulty, and we'll go through the campaign and see what it has to teach us here. Alright, and with that, I'm going to sign off. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.